Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. So today's video, we will be doing a chalk couture tutorial. We're going to be trying that out for the first time. If you have not already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just know that those comments are only desired and not required, only because I love chatting with you guys. So I am so excited about today's video, guys. I hope you guys will stick around to the end. Give me your feedback on what you think, because it was something different for you, girl. It was new, but I had a lot of fun, and the end result was, it was just perfect. It was just so perfect, guys. It wasn't perfect, but it was really, really fun and really good. So without jabbering anymore, we're going to go ahead and jump into our project. All right, guys. So as I said in my thumbnail, as you guys saw, this is the first, I don't know if I call it a kit or not, but this is the first, piece I got from Chalk Couture, and it says, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And of course I started humming the song and just put me all in the Christmas spirit. So I got the stencil. I did pick up a few extra items, and what I'm showing you here is like the fuzzing cloth, some shears for other stencils that I may get that require that you may be required to cut up or something like that. And I had 3 different style of squeegees. The little mini one came with it. I got a small one, and then I got the multi-purpose one, which is more like a pencil shape. And so I did order some extra paste, just because I do use red, white, and black a lot, but the colors that came with this was shimmering rose, eucalyptus, and forest green. So here I am slowing it down a little bit throughout the video, just so you guys can see. Like I said, this is my first time, so I really want you guys to see the full experience of me, what I go through here. And so I'm just going on the fuzzing cloth because that's what it says to do, because it is very sticky. And I did that 3 times. And let me tell you guys, it works, okay? Because my original plan was I was going to use this wood piece, or wood slab I got from Michael's some time ago, because I want a riser, and I've had this for some time. I just didn't know how I wanted to do it. It's not something you could actually cut like food on, but you can always cover it with like some type of wax paper, saran wrap, or something like that, and you can put things on it. And so I wanted it as a riser, and so I was like, oh, let me do this. Like, this would be cute for the holidays. So I had to X this, but I wanted to keep it in there so you guys can see. I tried it. It was a little bleeding, but it came out super, super light. And I had stained one side. I didn't like the way the stain came out. I flipped it over and it just didn't work. So I just X'd that all together, but I wanted to just show you guys that part, okay? Because that was my original plan. So I switched things up. I'm using this chalkboard house that I got from Big Lots. I've had it for probably about 2.5 years now. I was originally going to do this as a gingerbread house, but I decided not to, and I just kind of put it to the side, and I was like, oh, this has the perfect background. Let's just go ahead, reuse the stencil. And so here I washed the stencil down, and I have to tell you guys, I thought it was like just your regular type of stencil, right? When I washed it, that's when I realized like it had like a tulle texture. So where the wording is, it looks like it's just see-through, right? Like nothing's there. But when you wash, it's like a little screen there. So I noticed the texture of the vinyl of the stencil was different. I just couldn't figure out what was different about it. And so I didn't realize it until I went to wash it. And then that's where I noticed that it had like a screen to it, or a tulle backing. So anyway, I wiped it down with gentle soap. I use Dawn soap. It does say, some type of gentle cleansing soap, but that's what I have. That's what I use. It did not mess with it. Like I said, I fuzzed it the 3 times, washed it, and it still was sticking to this board. And you guys will see that. So all I'm doing is, I didn't use the recommended, all of the recommended little packets that it came with. I wanted to kind of switch it up. I was going to use the darker green that came with the forest green. I was going to use that on the wooden slab, but since I switched it to this black background with the chalkboard, I'm going to go ahead and use the lighter green here, but I am going to use white. um I think it's bright white and candy apple red, the ones in the actual container. So that's what I'm using here, because I wanted, because my Christmas decor is the traditional red, black, not red, black, red, green, and white with with a little bit of gold mixed in there. So that's why I decided to go here. And I'm, like I said, I'm keeping this in so you guys can see. So I will definitely say that this is something, I don't know if I was just nervous about it, but I just couldn't really figure out the right squeegee, the right way to hold the squeegee. That's a lot to say. The right way to hold the squeegee. And so I do know, with time and practice, it will get better. Here, as you guys can see, how sticky it is, and you do have to either pull it towards you straight or away from you straight. You can't go in a diagonal motion. So here I'm just holding it down with like the top of my like forearm there, and just kind of pulling it up that way. So again, there was still some bleeding because it's just, like I said, trial and error. You just learn as you go. I didn't know if I was using too much paint, too little paint, and clearly in some spots you can tell where I did use too much paint, but it was an easy fix because and I think I left that part in here too. So right here, let me jump to this part, guys. I know I'm all over the place, but right here I did not size it up right or measure it out right of how I wanted the words to go. So I should have moved it more. I guess it would be to the right of the screen, or the south of the screen. Now it depends on how you're looking at this, but anyway, I should have scooted more over so I would have more room for Wonderful World. And you'll see I had to do a little bit of finagling here, but overall I was okay with how it came out. So here with the bleeding, this is where I'm touching it up with some of the chalk paint from the Dollar Tree. And so you can tell the difference for sure, but like it's not like super noticeable, okay? And overall, I really like the way this came out. So I was like, this is really pretty. So I am so excited about this as time goes forward, and just to see what the new each one is, because you have to sign up like for 3 months. So I'm going to do it at least 3 months. And if, at that time I decide I want to just really full on join Couture, then I will. So right now, I really like this. Like, it was really pretty. Looked very professional, I have to admit. admit. Now, if you have a Cricut machine of any kind, you could definitely create your own stencils. So this was just something new and fun to try. As far as their paste goes, I thought for whatever reason it would be a lot thicker, and it's not. It's kind of a medium texture. It's not too thick and not too thin, but you do have to do 2 coats. I did learn that because even on the wood plank that I had originally, I just did 1 coat and it was very, very light, and so even here in some spots you could tell where I didn't really do the full coverage. So I did intentionally, as I went forward, just did double coats of it, and that was perfect. Also, you really should try and wash it in between use, but if you're pressed for time, it takes a lot longer to get through the project. I will say that. Maybe if I had like a little wet towel or a paper towel on the side, after I did, I could have wiped it down, but you still have to wait for it to dry. You can't just go and blow dry or whatever to speed up that process. So it takes some time. So I just felt like maybe, I don't even want to say that's a downfall, because you just want your product to stay right. But that was the only thing. And again, as I go forward, I'll learn, better ways to approach it. But I was just trying to be super careful and just do the right thing, because I just didn't want to ruin it. So once I did that, I started to go in with some embellishments here. And I gotta tell you guys, like, even though I didn't do it exactly how it was on the stencil sheet, I still feel like it came out very pretty. Like, I think I brought it together. I captured what I wanted here. And I was going to originally keep this in the natural wood color, but it just didn't work. So I decided to take some of the white chalk paint and paint it. And even with using the brush, it did not require a lot of paint. And I probably wouldn't recommend to do this, like strictly just leave it for your stencils and things. But because I didn't want to pull out my paint and you know, it was just there. It was easy. You know, I can't even lie. That's really the only reason I did it. And it gave full coverage. Very nice, actually. Like, I do like the texture of it when it dries. Like, it's very, I don't know. It feels really good. I like the way it looks. And so here, I'm going in with some of the black chalk paint. And I got to tell you guys, you do not use a lot. Now, I've seen a couple of creators, not a lot. I just, you know, I don't follow that many people on YouTube, but the people, I'm sure you guys have seen them too. You know, when they say you don't use a lot of this product, they are being 100% truthful. So I can totally see the jars of paste lasting for a very long time. So that's a plus. So I feel like with that alone, you get your money's worth. You know, unless it's just something that you just constantly use, right? So here I just took some cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby. It had some little trees, Christmas trees on it. And that's the one I had that I felt like right now would go okay with this. But the cool thing about this, it does those two bottom parts on there. I should have said that from the beginning. It does have a place for pictures. So you can always change that out. It does have a glass covering to it. And so just for this, I wasn't going to put any pictures there. I am going to go in. I had found this cute nativity scene. It's in buttons, actually. And I just couldn't figure out, like, what would you put, where would you use those as buttons? Because again, it's the nativity scene. It has Mary, Joseph, the baby, a lamb, a donkey, and an angel. So I thought it was a little weird, but I just cut the prongs off the back of them, hot glued them to the glass. I didn't use any extra strength adhesive here. Excuse me, any extra strength adhesive here, just because if I want to switch this out, it'll be super easy to just pop those off, remove that hot glue, and of course replace it with something else. And so on the other side, I didn't think that side through. And I really thought, you know, afterwards, I probably should have wrote like something out on my computer or on Cricut Joy, you know, a little saying from the night of our dear Savior's birth. You know, that's where my mind went, but it was totally after the fact. So what I did was took with the banners, little Merry Christmas banners from Dollar Tree, and I added that there. So I mean, it was a good addition. It didn't take away from it. But I just, you know, I feel like I could have did a little bit more with that space. But again, this was more about using the chalk Couture on this video. So that's, again, use only hot glue there. So I can definitely go back and switch that out. Not a big deal. I did go in with some stickers here, little snowflake stickers, some flying reindeer. I do put one on there. Just to add a little something extra to it. And again, this really came together and it really did look like a nice high-end piece. Like, I really love the way Chalk Couture brought this to life, guys. So I give it all the thumbs up, 1, 2, or 3, you know. Now what I was doing here is after I painted that white, I liked the black and white. It really did tie it together, but I still felt like it needed something. So I did go in with some of the furry, yarn, I don't know, boa, whatever you want to call it, type of ribbon, and added that to it just to give it a softer look, and still keep that festive touch to it, if you will. Okay, so I like that. It had a little chimney up there. I used some I took this bow, and it has like the little red truck on it. I want to say I did get these from Dollar Tree, but I think my 99-cent store also had them. So I'm not sure where I got those bows from, but I just cut down the little tags at the end to shorten it up so it doesn't cover over the picture. And I really like this. Like, the colors tied in very well with the little house. And so then I decided to cut the tassels off of the bottom of some buffalo check ribbons that I had got from Dollar Tree. And at first I was like, I think it's too busy going on, but actually it really did look really cute together, guys. It really, really did. So I had this winter pick that I had picked up from Michael's. I think it was either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I honestly can't remember. And I just cut 2 pieces of that off, put that where the little chimney was, and that was literally it for this, guys. Like, this was so much fun to do. I'm so excited because I just can't wait to see, what else they send me, what else I can come up with. But for this being my first time, I absolutely loved everything about it. Again, more probably trial and error on my end because I just was not familiar with how to completely use the product. But in the end, I think it still came out very, very, very pretty. So if you guys are still here with me, this is probably going to be my last Christmas video. This was something I did on a quick video that I share with you guys. So go check that out if you want. But if you guys are still here, thank you so much for taking the ride with me. I appreciate you all so very much. If you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you're already subscribed, consider hitting that like button, the notification bell, and as always, leave me a comment. You guys know how much I love the comments. I love chatting with you guys so much. I appreciate you. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and come back and hang out with me. So let me know what you guys think. Please leave me a comment. You know I love my comments. Let me know what you guys think about this tutorial. So I'm so excited for what we're going to do next month in the new year. But we'll see. So until the next time, lovies, be safe, be kind, and happy crafting your days away. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, lovies.